The market has at long last reached a calm state. An increase in the price of Shiba Inu was able to be maintained. There is a celebration going on. Analysts are dropping their calls. Everything is being purchased by Blackrock. However, hold on, a significant event is about to take place soon. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. In all honesty, Shiba is having a fairly productive day today. In all honesty, the fact that the price seems to have finally achieved some stability is a really significant development. To be sure, it is not soaring into the air or doing any wacky maneuvers. The mere fact that this is the case is sufficient to provide investors with some breathing space. Due to the fact that, let's face it, the previous few days have been nothing short of a roller coaster. At one point, it seemed as if things were beginning to perk up, and the next day we saw deeper declines that caused individuals to feel anxious. There was a great deal of uncertainty all around, and the volatility was really ridiculous. While some were in a state of fear, others were perplexed, and the majority of them were just attempting to figure out what was going to happen next. But the vibe is different now than it was yesterday. Calm down. It seems that the storm has passed, at least for the time being. Investors are now able to take a step back and reevaluate their strategy, which is a welcome relief from the persistent worry that they may experience another abrupt plunge. Now it is no longer sufficient to just keep an eye on the figures. In other words, it is about making a decision regarding the next step without feeling hurried or forced by volatility in the market. And that change in energy is a significant one. This indicates that individuals are recovering their trust. What this indicates is that there is a bit less anxiety in the air and a bit more concentration on what lies after this. Any number of things are still possible, of course. After all, it is cryptography. At the moment, however, it is pleasant to just take pleasure in a period of steadiness. In light of the fact that Shiba owners have been experiencing days of uncertainty, this type of respite is just what they needed. However, here comes the most thrilling part. It would seem that they have returned again. A significant amount of activity is being taken by the major stakeholders in the Shiba Inu. Big holder net flows have seen a significant increase that is more than 7 times larger than before. Not only that, but it has people talking. How come? Due to the fact that this type of rise often indicates that whales are beginning to travel again. When major holders begin to increase their holdings, this is often an indication of accumulation, which is a sign that trust is beginning to restore itself. Relatively lately, blockchain data reveals a significant change. The big holder net flows of Shiba Inu rocketed up from a deep negative zone and went right into the trillions immediately thereafter. There has been a significant change. At the same time, there has been a significant increase in the number of Shiba Inu that are being acquired by important players, which is referred to as large holder inflows. It is an image that paints an image that whales could be making a return, stealthily building up Shiba Inu while prices remain stable. There has been a significant change in stance. A few days ago, the market was dominated by uncertainty, but now that this type of movement has occurred, it seems that confidence is beginning to return. There is a possibility that Shiba Inu is getting ready for something significant if this accumulating pattern continues. Nevertheless, for the time being, one thing is certain: the whales are beginning to wake up, and this fact alone is sufficient to shake things up. However, here's the thing: you could still be thinking, what exactly is going on in this situation? What causes Shiba Inu to move in the manner that it does today? Now, in order to have a complete comprehension of it, we need to take a step back and examine the wider picture. Furthermore, this necessitates checking in on Bitcoin. Yes, that is the case. The price of Bitcoin has been able to maintain its stability, remaining close to the enormous 114,000 level. Also, it is not a number that was chosen at random. Due to the fact that it sets the standard for the whole market, this type of stability in Bitcoin is a significant phenomenon. When Bitcoin maintains its strength, it instills a feeling of confidence among consumers and investors alike. And the Shiba Inu are beginning to feel the same way about themselves. Consider the events that have transpired during the previous several days. Investors were on edge because everything was unknown, prices were fluctuating drastically, and the market was volatile. However, now that Bitcoin has established itself, it is in the process of providing the rest of the market with some breathing space. What we are seeing with Shiba Inu is precisely the same thing. It is not exhibiting such sudden drops and violent swings. Rather, it is maintaining its position. This is in addition to the fact that the whales are once again making movements, which may indicate that they anticipate something approaching. With whales returning to the market and Bitcoin continuing to maintain its strength, it is certain that things are about to take an intriguing turn. Over the course of some time, the cryptocurrency community has shown their support for Trump. The president is not just referring about cryptocurrency. His participation is quite active. His own meme coin has been released. He has formed a partnership with a major exchange platform, and he has appointed David Sachs, a prominent figure in Silicon Valley, to oversee cryptocurrency policies. It is anticipated that this summit will set the groundwork for measures that have the potential to provide a significant boost to the whole sector. In this regard, Shiba Inu is an excellent choice. It sounds insane, doesn't it? However, in the field of cryptography, the unexpected occurs often. There is an electrifying sensation around this. Motions are being made by whales. The market is beginning to show signs of stability. And now, with an event that might possibly change the game only a few hours away, speculation is completely out of control. Do you think this will be the spark that propels Shiba Inu to new heights? At least one thing is certain, one and all are observing. In addition, things are going to take a turn for the incredible. Is that the hype? Oh yes, that is true. Just today, a well-known Twitter expert has revealed a shocking revelation. Changes are being made by Blackrock. In a stealthy manner, their Bitcoin exchange-traded fund ETF has recently acquired hundreds of Bitcoin, which is valued close to $40 million. I'm not talking about a trivial matter here. That's a nice amount of money coming in. The whole market is paying attention to Blackrock whenever the company makes a move. But here is when things become very interesting. Even the government of President Trump is getting involved. According to the findings of yet another analyst, World Liberty Financial, which has strong links to the crypto policies of President Trump, has just purchased a significant quantity of cryptocurrency today. Several tens of millions of dollars were invested in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Also, they did it in a hurry. The funds were sent, the assets were taken, and then everything was transferred back into their primary wallet to complete the transaction. That type of reckless purchasing behavior? It is not a random occurrence, indicative of the impending arrival of a significant event. This is the point at which things start to become very crazy for Shiba Inu. A significant statement from Trump is on the horizon, and the whole cryptocurrency ecosystem is getting ready for its effect. What about the possibility? Already it is going completely insane. There are many who are certain that Shiba Inu will be a part of whatever Trump is conspiring to do. It is possible that this will fundamentally alter the course of the game. In this context, we are discussing the type of action that has the potential to cause the price to rise overnight. Already, people are making forecasts that are completely nonsensical. According to some, Shiba Inu have the potential to double in size. Some individuals are advocating for a 5-fold increase. However, there are also others who are genuinely courageous believers. It is possible that the person who is claiming this is the moment when Shiba Inu goes parabolic, making someone a billionaire overnight in only 24 hours. Insanity, isn't it? Nothing is impossible, however, given the fact that whales are stocking up, Trump is associating himself with cryptocurrency, and BlackRock is making power plays. Take a seat. The reason for this is because if these rumors turn out to be accurate, we could be able to see history being made right before our own eyes. This is not the same. In the same way that Bitcoin is completely decentralized, she stated that Shiba Inu is as well. There is no one entity that governs it. There is not a large corporation controlling the situation. As for that is really effective, mostly due to the fact that, here's the issue, anybody may construct around Shiba Inu. The possibilities are almost limitless, and those possibilities include the addition of burn mechanisms, the creation of staking alternatives, the introduction of liquidity pools, and the development of new utilities. The team that is responsible for Shiba Inu is a very small group that is the driving force behind the development of the ecosystem. Not a single restriction exists. Everyone, from any location, is able to assist. What distinguishes Shiba Inu from other breeds is precisely the degree of autonomy and decentralization that they possess. This is a tremendous amount for the purchase of a Shiba Inu. Increased builders equals increased adoption of the product. The higher the rate of adoption, the higher the demand. As a result of an increase in demand, prices also rise. As a result of this, several individuals have already predicted that Shiba Inu might see accelerated development. While there are many who believe that we are on the verge of something monumental, there are also others who are advocating for a gradual ascent. With whales making a comeback, Trump making significant movements in the cryptocurrency market, and Shiba Inu demonstrating its potential over the long run, everything is falling into place. In the event that the momentum continues to grow, we could be in the midst of one of the most successful runs in the history of Shiba Inu. The next event is on everyone's mind right now. However, if even a small percentage of the forecasts turn out to be accurate, things are about to get really fascinating. However, what are your thoughts on this matter? Leave a comment down below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up to see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.